Tel Aviv launched its biggest and one of its most deadliest raids into the Palestinian city of Jenin on the 3rd of July. At least 12 Palestinians were killed, including 4 children, while more than 100 others have sustained some serious injuries. This latest bout of violence has been dubbed as the Israeli army's biggest assault on the Palestinians in over 2 decades, where it has resorted to using helicopter gunships in areas that are densely populated. Fierce gun battles have also been reported between the Israeli troops and the Palestinian militants. Thousands of Palestinians have been forced to flee from their homes because of the Israeli onslaught. Now, Tel Aviv interestingly describes Jenin to be a city of refuge for terrorism, but the Palestinians have accused Israel of committing war crimes in which children have been killed. The international community fears that the Palestinian cities in the West Bank will see more intense military attacks by Israel in the coming days. Our next report gets you more details.
The Jenin refugee camp near the city centre is a Palestinian refugee camp home to some 18,000 people. Established in 1953, it houses Palestinians who fled or were expelled from their homes by the Israeli forces in the aftermath of the 1948 Palestine War. This densely packed area, spread over less than half a square kilometre, has been a major flashpoint in the Israel-Palestine conflict for the last 70 years. In one of the biggest West Bank incursions in the last 20 years, Israeli army, backed by drones, hit the city of Jenin early Monday morning.
So last night we started a very focused counter-terrorism operation inside Jenin, mainly focused on the camp to dismantle infrastructure that was used by terrorists that have been leashing attacks on Israel for the last year. This has been a build-up.
A brigade-size Israeli force comprising around 1,000 to 2,000 troops were involved in gun battles with the Jenin Brigades, a coalition of militant groups based in the city's crowded refugee camp. Gunshots and explosives reverberated in downtown areas of Jenin and smoke swirled through the Jenin streets. Ambulances and other emergency vehicles were dispatched to take victims to hospitals. Drones could be seen circling over the city and the Jenin refugee camp. Until June 21 this year, when it carried out a strike near Jenin, the Israeli military had not used drones for strikes in the West Bank since 2006. An operation of this scale and intensity has not been seen in the city since the end of the Second Intifada uprising in 2005. A sinister design is perceived by the Palestinian authorities behind this Israeli operation, codenamed Home and Garden.
What is happening is a new attempt to remove the camp from existence and displace its people. The heroic Jenin and its stubborn and steadfast camp are resistant to the occupation and its invasions, just like the rest of our cities, villages and camps. Our heroic people will confront this aggression that is taking place under the eyes of the international community, where innocent people are bombed by planes.
The destruction in the Jenin refugee camp following the Israeli army's biggest assault in 20 years was massive. Israel's D9 armored bulldozers crushed cars and demolished houses. Tarmac was torn up, lying everywhere in huge chunks. Many homes were left with no water or electricity. Palestinian Red Crescent, a humanitarian organization part of the International Red Cross, said it had evacuated some 3,000 people from Jenin refugee camp.
The camp is very bad. There are no roads, no infrastructure. All aspects of life have been destroyed. There is no electricity. Since early morning, we have been suffering from power outages, and therefore, there are no communications or social networking sites, and we are cut off from the world to some extent. And if the break-in lasts, it will get worse and worse.
At a time when Israel is led by the most extreme government it has known, and increasingly more and more Palestinians back armed resistance, the escalation in violence in the contested Holy Lands is exhibiting no signs of slowing down.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.